Are you experiencing shortness of breath, erratic heart rates, cold sweats, loss of hair, uncontrollable urges to scream, low testosterone, and the desire to drink soy lattes and color your hair blue? Every time you hear a name, then you may suffer from Trump derangement syndrome or TDS. There is a cure for you. Call 1-555-RED-PILL and we will ship you out a bottle of our high dose of reality. Just one dose and all your symptoms will disappear like it was magic. But really, it's science. Our crack team of trained specialists have spent years developing this one-shot pill that will make your life magical again. Side effects may include chest hair growth, the ability to walk by a woman and get her pregnant just by being within 10 feet, getting a job and keeping a job, moving out of your parents' basement, the desire to own a firearm, including high-capacity magazines filled with freedom seeds, lower taxes, and sudden fits of happiness and joy. Call 1-555-RED-PILL. That's 155-RED-PILL today and start living the American dream.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dime does it and they call him racist. We the people, let's go Brandon. We the people, let's go Brandon. We the
I forgot to put us up.
We're up.
Nobody heard my opening line. It is The Raw. Welcome to welcome. Oh my God. Of course, sitting directly to my well, I'm pointing left, but he's to my right. Stage right.
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, over there someplace. Not over there, over there. But yeah, it is Henry Longbreak, of course, Needle City Councilor and guardian of the sacred phone number 928-476-0331. He's, of course, feeding his face, and which I'm jealous because I haven't eaten.
Turkey, mashed potatoes. Stouffer's does a wonderful job.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm but do you know what?
What?
Now I can go to Sam's and buy the big cases of stuffing again.
Ah, okay.
Well, because they're ramping up to Thanksgiving, so you got to get all your Thanksgiving giving stuff. And I really like their turkey dressing.
Okay.
Yeah, turkey specific dressing. I don't know why it is. I just really like it. And I run out around August, and I'm upset because I can't buy it until September, October, November. but that's more of a me problem than anything else.
Well, you know what to do. Just buy a little bit more next time.
Yeah, but if I have it, I'll eat it.
Okay.
That's how that. That's how it goes. That's all right.
Pretty much.
Anyhow, the most interesting anti-terrorist operation happened today when pagers
belonging mostly to Hezbollah terrorists simultaneously blew up. So far, the casualty count is 9 killed and 3,000 wounded, mostly Hezbollah. And they were using just like old pager, like we used to carry around thinking we were cool,
Right.
And well, we actually used them. They had purpose.
These were full of explosives.
I don't know if they were full of explosives or not. I do not know the details of what was in there, or whether it just caused the battery to explode or what. I do not know. So I'm not gonna report that. Anyway, Lebanon's Ministry of Health reports, and this was earlier update, 9 dead and 3,000 wounded. Sorry, I'm having a hard time not laughing over this. Over 1,000 individuals, mostly Hezbollah terrorists, were wounded when their pagers they were used for communication exploded across Lebanon on Tuesday. Authorities are expecting that the number of victims will continue to rise. The incident was confirmed by security sources, being called the biggest security breach the Iranian-backed Hezbollah terror network has faced since its ongoing war with Israel began. Now, you had a question beforehand. Who uses pagers anymore?
Yeah.
Well,
third world countries.
Well, yeah, but think of how your cell phone works, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly in communication with the cell towers. It's
Correct.
pinging it. It's doing this. It's a constant stream of data back and forth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting messages. You're sending messages.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them. So if somebody has your cell phone number, they can track you wherever you are, and then boom, there you are, and well, boom, there you're not. Pagers, on the other hand, are completely passive devices.
Mm-hmm.
They don't communicate with the cell towers.
Mm-mm.
They are information in only. Boom, and that's it. So it's much harder to locate somebody that has a pager and is receiving instructions or whatever. And so yeah, it's good for good operational security when it comes right down to that. So
if their pagers were blowing up, obviously they were gutted.
pagers are blowing up.
Obviously they were gutted.
I remember that. When I worked, I worked at several places that issued you a pager, and whenever your pager would blow up, there was problems. But it was in one piece.
It didn't kill nobody.
It didn't. They didn't offer instant circumcisions or hip replacements or gutting people. Yeah, castration. Didn't my pager never tried to blow my balls off?
No,
it's just my pager. I hated it. And but however, on this end, and like I said, I don't know how. There's been a lot of speculation. Oh well, the Motorola allowed Israel to intercept all these and fiddled with it and did all that and then had them shipped out to this terrorist organization.
Well, I wouldn't say Motorola did that. I would say
I have no idea. I'm just reporting on the speculations.
Yeah.
Okay. It's no.
Whatever it be. They blew up and there's that many dead and there's 3,000 injured.
Yeah, Coco Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Hezbollah.
I would put that H. I'd put an L in front of it. Les balls.
Well, I kind of like that. It's kind of cute. Hezbollah. Anyway, but I don't know how they did it. I've been sitting here kind of scratching my head most of the day between other drama that we're going to get into on exactly how they achieved that. I don't think we'll ever know. I think it'll be a secret. The Raw, you're on the air. Hello, The Raw, you're on the air.
Hello, this is Coco Peanut.
Hey, how you doing, Coco?
Hello.
I'm good. I'm listening to you guys right now.
Oh,
Awesome.
good.
So, I know I've been like putting notes in there and stuff, but I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had
Okay.
we had a good chuckle about the Hezbollah.
Oh, dude, I'm so in it, right? It's like it's a Hezbollah, and if they do a Hezbollah party like in about 4 years, don't bring finger foods because you know it's gonna be awkward and handshakes and wiping their ass is gonna be a whole other problem. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's all right. I couldn't think of a nicer group of people to have that happen to, honestly.
I'm so dude. It's been a treasure trove for me. I enjoy it. I'm Cuban Irish, and my boys are German Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That sounds pretty
their
cool.
mom, well, actually, on their mom's side, German Czech, more Czech, but she actually grew up in a concentration camp.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so we're kind of like anybody that's after Jews, anybody that's genocidal, whatever, we're like, go fuck themselves. Anyway, with that being said,
not a problem here. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm with it. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
Who, us?
Yes, because I was listening, and then I was like, oh my God, and then I had like a whole bunch of shit to say. Okay, so this whole thing with oh my God, what were you guys talking about before I jumped in with the whole like we family
were
stuff?
we were talking about the Hezbollah stuff.
Yeah, Hezbollah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my thing. I was in Iraq, and so I was in Fallujah, and so we get there, and they're like, what was it, 07? And my thing was convoy. Went through Sear, went through all that. Christmas lights. People get excited about them. They think, oh, it's Christmas lights. I look at Christmas lights, and I see Semtex, and there's detonating filament in one of those.
Yeah, shit.
That can set off with a right? So it's to each his own. But the fact that some motherfucker went back in time and, oh, Jesus Christ, like put just enough next to the fucking battery to a pager and went back to some fucking Russian shit, which is fucking awesome. And now we're having like no finger sandwiches for the next couple fucking 20 years. There's going to be like a reduction in fucking birth rates. I mean, I'm good with it, and I think it's fucking awesome. So I just
we're right there with you. We're right there with you,
dude. I just fucking love it. I was just like doing a happy dance. And by the way, so I'm retired military. So is my husband, but he is not because he had to go back to work and he wanted to because I go down the rabbit hole and it drives him nuts. And So right now he's near some like place near New Mexico, some flight line. I don't even want to fucking know because I just grow weed and wiener dogs now.
There you go.
I go down my fucking rabbit hole.
There you go.
And never the two shall meet until they do, right? And it's like aliens, wiener dogs, and fucking weed. And I'll be good with it. And I'm really high right now, so I don't give a shit. But
That's just fine. You know,
That's what adds to it.
you would fit just fine in Needles, California.
Yes, that
They
adds
have a
to it.
lot of grow houses.
Oh my god, dude! I totally know where fucking Needles is. That's actually I'm actually from California.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm from California. I actually grew up in Northern California in winery country.
Wow. Okay.
Oh. That's
Yep,
you know what? That's pretty
Sonoma-
country
in
up
Sonoma-
there. Not gonna lie, that is
Sonoma
pretty
That is-
country up
County.
It's
there.
gorgeous.
Yes. Oh my God. The Berkeley, where all the old punk rock groups came out.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, the Cattle Club, where Black Flag played. Dude, I was fucking. Oh my God,
Yeah,
So we
she's
were
definitely
actually-
California. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Are we geeking out right now? It's like, oh my God. Oh shit.
No, you're good. You're good. This is very entertaining.
The
Yeah,
Fillmore.
she's
the
not
Fillmore
exact-
before it
well,
became
she-
a fucking hotel, right?
She's not exactly a
the
Valley
Get-
girl, but
Get
she's a
Ladium.
Napa Valley girl. Yeah.
Yes, Napa Valley girl.
But the Get Ladium, you always have to go to the Get Ladium.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So it's actually kind of funny. So, yeah, that's where I grew up, and then I transferred out to Virginia, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, you know what, I'm okay if my kids grow up here. I'm good.
Virginia is
adjusting
also a
to-
very pretty place.
It is, but dude, they fucking thought we were like, dude, I was a bit much. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'm
you
good.
come on.
I was. Yeah, I mean, I thought everything had to happen right then and there. And they're like, girl, okay, 2 weeks. Everything was like 2 weeks.
Hmm.
What are you talking about? It's like 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. And they're like, it's 2 weeks. And it's like 2 months. Everybody waves. Shit, it took me for fucking ever. And now I'm here like, what, that was 2005?
Mm-hmm.
Almost 20 years later, and I'm just like, anybody that shows up here, like, they'll show up when they show up. You're fine.
Oh
You'll
my
get
god!
used to
Yeah,
it. It's
you know
fine.
what? I'm gonna put this out there to the particular GC that we all belong to. We need to have a convention somewhere.
We totally do.
We need to have a convention. We need to have a convention in a 2A friendly state. Preferably one that has semi-decent barbecue. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold up. That's where okay, you're gonna have your North Carolina, and then your Carolina barbecue, because you're gonna want your North Carolina, which is a Virginia based, and then your Carolina, which is a dude. I'm married to fucking North Carolina, and
Well, you know,
Jesus.
then you got your Kansas barbecue, you got your Texas barbecue, and then you've got, you know, everybody else that does everything they want to.
Well,
I said
Right.
decent barbecue. I didn't say outstanding. Okay.
here's what I think we need to do. We need to invade. Actually, I think here's what we need to do is the Florida games. I think we just need to invade it.
Road trip, Florida. I'm heading that way.
Dude,
Be there in 3 days.
and then we'll just do like the worst of the worst, and we'll make it like the Olympics. It's like the best of the worst of our state for the Florida games is like how to steal a catalytic converter. How to hook up a trailer to
You
steal it.
learned that one in California, didn't you? I know you did.
Dude, I knew how to fucking do that shit in auto shop, and I had a fucking 1972 Dodge Dart, dude. I knew how to fucking work on a car. Right? I know how to fucking do this shit. So
No catalytic
I'm just
converters on the Dodge Dart.
You know, I almost feel bad.
that is true. That is true.
I almost feel bad because where
But
I
the-
grew
the
up, all we
starter
learned
on
how to
that
do is
fucker
punch
is a fucking
cows.
bitch.
And they whine like a little baby too. Woo, 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 woo.
Something like that.
Oh my god.
That Chrysler
But I
Chrysler
will
starter.
say that. Oh my god, the starter on a fucking Dodge Dart is a goddamn fucking bitch. I fucking. Now I'm having flashbacks. I'm gonna claim the VA on this fucking stage.
Good luck.
Like-
Good luck getting that one through.
Dude, they fucking called me in for a fucking medical exam again
Oh.
today to
Yay.
ask me about my tinnitus. To ask me if my ears were ringing.
Did you tell them, huh?
And they put me in a silent room. To ask me if my fucking ears were ringing. I'm like, yes. You got me in a fucking silent room. All I hear is ringing. Okay, that's what we want to know. And then they had me leave.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, I don't get it. Sometimes I just don't get the VA. I really don't.
This was in between me battling it out with you guys with the other fucking twits on fucking Twitter, and I was just like, are you fucking seriously like making me shut off my phone so I can fucking sit in a room so I can listen to my fucking ringing in my ears that's driving me fucking nuts, and I'm not even high right now?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. PH
Like,
said.
fucking put me back.
PH is saying, say
Huh?
E in the mic. In the mic. E.
I mean, I was ready. I was prepared to fail, to fucking sit and push the button on a fucking beep that I wasn't ready to hear, but I was going to hear, but I thought I heard, but I wasn't sure if I was going to hear. And if like when in doubt, fucking hit the button.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready for it. I was ready to fucking fail. Like, and then they're like, do you hear ringing in your ears? Yes. When did you start hearing ringing in your ears? I'm like, over 10 years ago. And they're like, have you been on? Yes. Have you? Yes. Okay, that's it.
Jeez.
Good Lord. Sorry, I can't hear you over my mill grade tinnitus. Can you speak up? Good God. Well, you know, one of the things I use to combat the tinnitus that I have is to have fans and stuff going, create some white noise that overrides the tinnitus. And when I went camping last month, I got out there in the middle of the woods and it was dead quiet, and that's all I heard was beep. No.
It's horrible. Horrible.
It was.
It's like, can I just hear some bugs? Can I just rustle some up? Like, can I just run through the fucking forest and just like make chirping, like anything?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And my poor husband is like, I think that's why he wants to work out of town, because he's just like, at least I can sleep and quiet, because he's used on the ship and there's a fan and like he's got a CPAP and he's asleep. But me, I have to have fucking noise.
Yeah, exactly.
If I don't.
Exactly. You know, I have a fan going on all the time. It's you can probably hear it in the background, which is very unprofessional of me, but you know what the fuck, I don't care. Yeah, if that goes off, I'm awake. And or I have to have, you know, a book on tape playing, something like that, something that just to override the noise.
Ringing.
Yeah. Override
Yeah.
the noise.
Yeah, it's like a constant. And so for her to like have me drive 40 miles out of my fucking way for her to ask me like 10 minutes worth of questions, and I'm like,
What
really?
they couldn't get you someplace closer, a civilian doc, to do that?
I mean, I just did this shit in fucking February.
Oh, is this part of your is this part of your claim?
It is, but they're backdating it down to 2012 because they realize that there's a lot of shit that they didn't look back at,
Gotcha.
and a lot of it was a TBI,
Right.
and then some of it was the COPD, and then they looked at the COPD score from February. Coming to find out, after I did the COPD in February, the same place, the nurse calls me back and she goes, "Hey, by chance did you pick up the spirometer?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why would I take that? That's what measured my breath. Why would I take that?" And she's like, "I'm just making sure." "Did you lose it?" And she's like, "No." So when I got the scores back, it was like baseline is 80, and I was like, before my baseline, I was like way below 80, way below 80 for my first two breaths, and then my last score was above 80. And then after breathing treatment, after waiting 20 minutes, and I had to do 2 breathing treatments for my pulmonary function test, I was still below 70, or still below 80, and then I was like at 86. So when I was reading the scores that they sent to me, and I'm like, how the fuck does this shit make sense? So they rated me for COPD, but at 0%. But I've been on inhalers and Spiriva and albuterol and Asthmax and all kinds of fucking shit for the last 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost got kicked out of the fucking Navy for it. But I'm like, what the hell? So then all of a sudden, that's why I posted like last week, like out of the fucking blue, I come back and they're like, "Oh, we're scheduling you for another pulmonary function test." Well, the guy come back to the same fucking place. Luckily, he's a corpsman. He's like, "Yeah, if you want to take screenshots of your score, I'll let you, because I know you know how to read this." And I fucking failed the goddamn thing. And then I go and do a chest x-ray, and I noticed, because I used to run 7 miles every other day, because that's how I used to relax. And that's how I actually realized that something was wrong. Because after 1.5 miles into my run, I'd start getting lightheaded and winded. And that wasn't normal for me. That's how we found out that I had COPD. So when I looked at my chest x-ray, I noticed that I already had an enlarged heart. I already had a history of that with x-ray. Noticing that the alveoli and the fibers of my chest x-ray is now compressing my heart inward. Like, how you fucking saying that I don't have fucking 0% for fucking COPD, but I'm on inhalers for the rest of my fucking life? I can't fucking run anymore. But you didn't even look at a fucking current chest x-ray, because you dated it for September fucking 5th. And the case was given to you on the 4th, and I was scheduled for a fucking pulmonary function test on the 10th, and an x-ray on the fucking 10th. So anyway, yeah, I was a little bit fucking pissed off.
As well you should
But
be.
enough about that.
As well you should be.
But yeah,
it's not like you were asking for the world or anything, you know?
No, no, I just, By the way, Misty,
Yes.
that fucking rifle is beautiful behind you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad you like Tyrone.
Tyrone needs more pink,
Well,
or at
Tyrone.
least the purple.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, but that's tactical Tyrone. I'm I'm actually looking at a Henry lever action chambered in
Oh my God, which one?
chambered in 5.56.
Oh, okay. That one is the beautiful one. So, what the fuck was that store that was like, they went woke and they went broke? Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yeah.
2 years ago. They were like clearing out all their fucking weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They're Henry.
Oh.
They were like getting rid of them. So, they're in Chesapeake. I was like, I'll take that one, and that one, and that one. And dude, these motherfuckers that were like fucking batshit crazy, and I'm like, nope. And my kids are here, by the way, visiting from fucking overseas, and they're military. So here we go. Woo!
Woohoo!
We're
No,
all signing up for fucking weapons.
I bought my daughter a couple 3 years, yeah, 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, I bought her a Henry lever action 22, and she just absolutely loves it.
Oh, dude, they're beautiful, and they're so accurate.
No,
They're so beautiful.
oh yeah.
Oh my God, they're just.
I asked
So
her. I asked her if she wanted to take it to her new apartment. She says, "Oh no, I don't want somebody breaking in and stealing it. I love it too much." I said, "Honey."
Oh no, yeah. So the first one I have is a 1953 Winchester lever action 30-30.
Oh,
And
nice
I
hunting
love
rifle.
that one. Dude, I love that thing. It's a good brush gun.
Mm-hmm.
But I never appreciated the Henry because those were the higher end. They were like the.
Oh yeah, they're the Cadillacs of lever actions. Yeah,
They are, but they're just so fucking accurate. And to have them of different calibers, it's just like, oh God! Until you like just.
absolutely.
They're just beautiful.
Oh, they are. They're absolutely gorgeous firearms. The furniture on them, that would be, well, for those like Henry over here who has no idea what I'm talking about when I'm talking about furniture. The stock, the wood on it is just gorgeous. I mean, deep shine on it, and the grain and the patterning on it is just, oh my God. You can't.
But also what they do is when they farm the furniture, when they cut the wood, it is completely level.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do pick up that firearm, you are guaranteed that you can pick up that firearm and you can aim it, cock it, load it, and based on how you are shooting, it will shoot straight every time.
Oh yeah.
With iron sights.
Oh yeah.
With the iron sights on it. That's how accurate they are. They're a beautiful firearm. They're just amazing. It's the artwork. It's the creation of it. It's just, oh God. It's a beautiful weapon.
Poor Coco over here is having a sexual experience talking about Henry rifles. I love it.
Dude, I get this excited over firearms as I do with handbags, certain handbags like Hermes, Fendi, certain handbags, and jewelry.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
Gotta be a badass blinger.
God, it's like for me. It's an investment. If you're going to buy or invest into something, do it for the value.
Oh,
do
absolutely.
it because you love it. You invest in the quality of it. And that's what people don't understand. They're so into the, oh my God, what it does. But no, it is the craftsmanship. It's the beauty. It's the love that's been put into it.
Well, and absolutely. And it's going to last a whole hell of a lot longer than, your Walmart blue light special. Well, that's a Kmart thing, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It's going to last a lifetime. It's going to, you could, if your kids take a shining to it, well, you can have it when I'm dead. Or your grandkids or whatever.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It can be passed down from generation to generation if it's well made and it's beautiful and I'm not just talking about firearms, I'm talking about other things, like good quality furniture. You go to a furniture manufacturer anymore, it's all cheap shit. You're lucky it's going to last 10 years.
Right.
What
you're looking for is something that's made of walnut. You're looking for a dove hitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for something that's been like molded together. You want minimal nails. You want something that's solid.
Absolutely.
And you want something that is limited in it, that was made. You want to know where you can track where it was made, the creator, where it was made, and you can track who made it. And like I said, yeah, it's an investment. And that's where people seem to forget that. And that's where England's at, and that's where Australia's at. And that's where I kind of love Guy Ritchie, kind of going off topic, but I love his movies because
we have a topic. I'm not aware of the topic we have.
Pagers that blow up.
Guy Ritchie is he is my kryptonite, because like he shows weapons in his movies, and I'm like oh, I want that firearm, and then I go and look it up, and it will be like a flintlock fucking 12 gauge Holland fucking English 12 gauge rifle, and I'll be like, but it's worth like $250,000. And I'm like, oh, I want it.
Which one of my kids can I sell into slavery for this one?
Dude, you have no fucking clue. And I'm like, and I'll send it to the hubby, and I'm like, do we really want this? Do we want something similar to this? And he's just like, baby, like, really?
Come on, we can sell the house and live in the car.
This is how bad I am. So for me, it's more than that. It's my love of firearms. But for most people, don't realize. For them, it's scary, but for most of us, it's this historical value, but it's also an investment.
Oh, it
and
is.
if you
Absolutely.
take care of the investment, it drives me crazy when you argue with people and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a weapon of mass destruction." And I'm like, "So is a fucking car, motherfucker."
So are pagers.
Yeah, talk to the 3,000 people who got paged today.
Dude, that shit is so fucking awesome. I'm so fucking. I wanted to fucking two. I gave birth to fucking two of them, but I'm so fucking proud.
Right, I've been chortling on and off about it all day between stupid drama with a few people that I'm going to be making very famous tonight, by the way.
Dude,
two in particular. One of them has the screen name of Bell. The other one has the screen name of Drew B. So,
Dude, you know, honestly, at that point, I've been locked out, and at that point, I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm still outing fucking what the fuck am I calling him right now? Because stolen chowder. Malcolm Nance.
stolen chowder.
Stolen chowder. Because I can't call him stolen chowder because dude, he was a fucking senior chief, and this was so bad. Like, dude, and we disowned him actually. Because I remember we actually had to fucking have a briefing over his ass.
Wow.
After all his Ukrainian shit, and we had to fucking have her do a fucking thing, and we had to actually vote him out. And it was like after the whole Ukraine bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. So I call him stolen chowder. Because he was mean.
Oh, God. Well, it's okay, you know.
Dude, don't even... Huh?
I said, that's okay. That's fine. You go.
Stolen chowder. He's a fucking, oh my God, Malcolm Nance. Look at his motherfucking he's so bad.
That's okay. We don't.
Like, he was in Ukraine fighting in the war, and he was a crippy. Anybody who was in the fucking Navy knows crippies are fucking weird. And they staple their nuts to the fucking death because they're bored and they fucking take dares. I've never been on a ship.
Oh, hell no.
Dude, I've never been on a ship. I was a fucking pecker checker. I was attached to the fucking Marines. The only thing I had to deal with was falling asleep on watch and getting mushroom stamped. So I'm sorry for your partner. I'm sorry for your partner that's probably going, what the fuck is she talking about being mushroom stamped? Let me explain to you. You fall asleep on watch and you wake up being mushroom stamped. That means the guys know that you fell asleep and they fucking whip out their dick and they fucking slap their fucking dick on your forehead and wake you up. You got mushroom stamped. Don't fall asleep on watch.
That's even cruder than being teabagged.
You know what? I'm never falling asleep on the radio station again.
Please don't.
Yikes.
Henry over here has fallen asleep in mid-show.
I have. I used to have narcolepsy really bad when I was young, and I thought I outgrew it.
Dear, unless you wake up and there's like a pink fucking like little thing on your forehead, you know you got mushroom stamp. You wouldn't. You'd know. You'd know.
Kind of obvious. Yeah, I'm staying awake.
It's all right. I'll just drape a tea bag over your forehead.
Yikes.
You'll be okay. Put you on camera.
Oh my God.
Film at 11.
I'm just not. I'm saying it just happens, but it's a thing. It happens.
Of course, it happens.
And this is the shit. It's the shit that we fucking nobody is fucking absolved. If you're fucking male, female, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're fucking on watch, don't fuck around. Don't fucking fall asleep. If it's your time to be on fucking watch, be the fuck on watch.
Exactly.
That's it.
Otherwise,
right?
You may wake up with decorations.
You wake up with a fucking mushroom stamp on your fucking forehead, and then you do the walk of shame. And it's worse than that because you got like fucking different mushroom stamps, and nobody fucking knows where the fuck that shit comes from. And says, "Well, what do you complain about?" Because I fell asleep on watch. Okay, well you're a fucking asshole because you fell asleep on watch, and that's the least that fucking happened to you. In a fucking wartime situation, at least you woke up alive.
There you go,
motherfucker.
There you go.
There you go.
Take your lumps and smile.
Take your lumps and you smile. See, there you go. And if it's a happy little mushroom stamp smile, then you fucking smile. Don't fucking right?
There you go. Absolutely. I never got mushroom stamped. I really had. Although there was
neither did I.
There was one guy who drew battalion.
Was he Was he a fun guy?
Was he a fun guy? This was actually really interesting because he had fallen asleep reading a book, and it just happened to be a Bible, and I can't remember what I don't know if it was the OCD that walked in or who, but he came through and said, "Excuse me, are you sleeping?" And he slowly closed the book, crossed himself, and said, "No, I'm praying." Just as slick as shit. Just as slick as can be.
Shit. Well, like, I was on overnight watch in the fucking BAS, which is the battalion aid station, and we had a call come in. And our interpreter, Joe, came in. And so one of our trauma surgeons, he was like listening to Fergie, which he did. And we had like this little fucking shitty ass little fucking couch. And I remember I had my fucking 9mm. And this poor motherfucker, he comes in to wake me up to let me know that we had a casualty coming in. And I felt so bad for this guy. Because I'd been there like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And he woke me up the wrong way.
Oh, shit.
And I had already dealt with another fucking officer coming into mine in another enlisted room. I pulled my 9mm on his fucking head. And the fucking surgeon had to pull me off of him. Because I had him on the floor.
Oh, man.
And yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. And then it took me a while, and I felt so bad because I was just like, oh shit. Yeah, it was.
That's
it was pretty bad. I mean,
in the infantry, we learned you don't grab a person's shoulder and shake them. It's a good way to get knifed. You tap their boot.
Yeah.
You tap their boot.
Yeah.
And then you, hey, fire watch. Fire watch.
Well, yeah, especially when you're advancing through the fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are going from building to building, you grab their friggin' shoulder.
Well, everybody's awake
and then. Yeah,
everybody's
and at
awake
that point,
then.
But yeah, when you're going through the fucking field, but I felt so bad for him because I was like, I had him on the ground, and I felt so bad, and like I said, he had to leave, but it was the female that kept coming in. It was the female that kept coming in. And then once we started doing PMEs back out in the town, and I got extended, and I started going through the PMEs, and we started going to Fallujah, or not PMEs, but CMEs, which we were going into town and treating the villagers. I started realizing that the one interpreter that we had, she went by different names through the different provinces that we went through. And every time we had a casualty come in, her ass was always on the fucking phone. And I was like, I don't trust this bitch. I do not trust this bitch. And that was around the time that our convoys were getting fucking hit.
Yeah. There's one or two of them in every outfit. I swear to God.
Yeah.
They're right there front and center to take all the kudos. But when the shit hits the fan and it's time to go to work, well, they're nowhere to be found.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. So after our convoy got hit, I remember one of our lieutenants, he was like, if it's expired, get rid of it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're all fucking Navy. I've been attached to fucking Marines. I'm like, if there's no floaties in it, fucking push it to the back. Once our convoys got hit, all that shit that they thought, like, get rid of it, I pushed it to the back, start pulling that shit to the fucking front. I'm like, I thought you told we got, I'm like, OSHA. Oh yeah, make sure OSHA comes out here. Please, we got fucking tape and sandbags on the fucking window. Please, let OSHA come out here and tell us we can't fucking use this shit. We're fucking using friggin' whoever shows up can fucking donate blood. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's how I ended up with a fucking captain's mask that I actually walked out of.
Oh,
Which is
my.
fucking awesome. No, that actually awarded me with an extension, which was actually amazing. So that's how my 6-month deployment ended up being 10 months.
Oh.
So I was actually awarded with an extension through that court martial. So
What are you gonna do?
everybody
Make
was-
me stay longer? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, well, that's what they did, and I ended up doing fucking convoys. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually fucking excelled at that shit, and I did really well. So, I mean, they all went home. Half those fucking officers went home divorced, or their wives weren't waiting for them after the shit that I fucking exposed after they pushed a court martial on me.
Uh-huh.
And I exposed all their shit. Yeah. I was like, oh, dude, I'm fucking done with this shit. Yeah, we're done.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. Coco, honey, you are awesome to talk to. I need you to call in more often on my shows.
Yes, please. It keeps the excitement going.
What's that, hon?
Mhm. I heard something else. What?
I said it keeps the excitement going for you calling in. Sometimes our show
what
gets
else?
pretty stale. This was definitely lively. I appreciate
what
your
else
call.
do we want to talk about? No, we need to talk about Malcolm Nance. And we need to talk about Adam Kinzinger and the fucking shooter.
Oh man. I don't mention their names. Okay. Here's why I don't mention
Rob,
their
if
names.
she's gonna be on the show that long, she needs to be in one of the squares.
Well, she does, but believe
Well, hold on. Malcolm Nance is a non-accepted. He was a fucking senior chief.
Mhm.
That's why I call him a stolen chowder.
Right.
Because somehow he stole somebody's fucking cup somewhere and like claimed he was a fucking chief. But he's so fucking far up Kinzinger's ass and all this bullshit.
Right.
And there's like videos and stuff. But he has a lot of documentation that ties him up with Kinzinger, Cheney, and all these freaking assholes. And the shooter through Ukraine and the grift that they've been doing like for years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, I was just saying we don't name the shooters' names on this program at all.
Oh no, I didn't say his name. I just said
I understand. I understand. Where I was going is we don't name the shooters' names. I don't post their pictures anywhere. They are known as Numbnuts 1 and Numbnuts 2.
Okay, but Malcolm Nance is a fucking retard that was like, oh my god, I showed a video earlier. Dude, yeah, I'm a pecker checker. I will fucking rectal exam the shit out of motherfuckers. I don't care.
Do you watch Vet TV at all?
I don't.
You don't? They
No.
It's kind of funny. They've done some skits on what it's like to be a corpsman for the Navy.
Oh my god, we're horrible.
I know, but they whenever they see a boot go down, they pull out this giant rectal thermometers. I got this. Then you see this corpsman.
Okay, so half of that shit is bullshit because they don't even do that because they come to us that are the FMF corpsmen. They're like, we need a real corpsman to do this shit, and they look at us, which is bullshit half the time when they do that shit. And I will tell you right now, especially if they're on a fucking pipeline. But
yeah, I know. But this
Yeah,
is
they're
TV.
full of-
This is comedy. This is TV. This is just to make a
Yeah.
little light out of it.
no, it's my God, it's so funny. So like, even with my hubby, it's like he's a retired FCCM, which is a fire controlman. So I thought he was a firefighter. So this is how different we are.
Mm-hmm.
He spent his entire 32, 34 years in the Navy on a ship or shore duty. I thought he was a firefighter. And he and I met, and I was chief, he was master chief. And I was like, okay, what do you do? He's like, oh, I was an FC. I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? And he's like, you're a fucking Navy chief. How the fuck do you not know that? I'm like, FMF 8404 with the Marines. I are retard. I eat our crayons. Checker. I don't know. Like, why are you asking me this shit? I'm fucking retarded. I don't know. And he's like, oh, fire control. And I'm like, oh, firefighter. And he's like, no. He's like, no. I sit in the room and I launch missiles.
I know. Yeah, okay. All right. True fucking story. I'm in Bamberg, West Germany. All right. And I get called into the battalion commander's office. There are two spooks there wanting to talk to me. And by the way, when I say spooks, I mean intelligence officers wanting to talk to me. So I'm sitting there.
You mean when they meant something, not like what we have now?
No, they didn't mean shit then either. Trust me, honey. But now, mind you, these two were CIA because I was not in country. My brother had just joined the Navy, and he was getting ready to go to school to become a fire control specialist. and you know,
Or you mean a fireman?
Exactly. That's what I thought too. That's why does he need a security?
Right?
Why does he need security clearances if he's going to be putting out fires on submarines? What the fuck?
Thank you.
I just lost Henry. Where'd you go, Henry? He'll be back. But yeah, so don't feel bad.
Well, no, dude, I had already spent like fucking like what, maybe 18 years in the fucking Navy, but I spent 18 of that, 19 of that with the fucking Marine Corps. So I knew nothing. So here we are sitting here at a restaurant, and he's explaining to me what he did, and he goes, "No, I launched missiles from a fucking ship." And then we were talking about like deployments and stuff, and he's like, "So when you were there, remember when we were launching missiles there?" And I'm like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Let me order drinks." And I'm like, "Cause you didn't blow me up." So the waitress comes up and she's like, "Oh my God, what are we celebrating?" Because he and I are cheersing each other, and I'm like, "He didn't fucking blow me up." And she's like, "Are we joking?" And I'm like, "No, seriously, he didn't fucking blow me up." And I'm like, "And he's so getting fucking late tonight." And this was our second fucking date. It was just like, it was so fucking funny, but only if you were, I guess, in the middle. Our sense of humor is so fucked up.
Yes, it is.
And this waitress, she looked at us like, okay, like,
all right.
she She didn't know what the fuck to say. She's just like, okay. And I'm like, no, seriously, he didn't blow me up. And good for his aim. And I'm like, and good for you for not blowing me up. And I got up to the table and smushed him. And he was just like, he was laughing. I'm laughing. And she's like, oh, well, I'll come back with your entree. And I'm like, awesome. You're fucking awesome. You're amazing. And he and I just sat there and fucking laughed. And she's just like, these motherfuckers are fucking batshit crazy. Like,
Absolutely. What's your point? Of course we're crazy.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
I tried dating civilians. It did not work. I could not. I can't. Can't date civilians.
You know,
They're too needy. I'm sorry.
well,
Y'all
no,
too fucking needy.
the only civilians that really you can date or get along with are the ones that are the brats. Grew up a brat. They understand.
When you're active duty, they don't get it.
No, yeah, true.
It's like, why haven't you called me? Why haven't you called me? Why are you blowing up my fucking phone? Why is there so much noise in the background? Because I'm on a fucking rifle range. Why is there so much gunfire? Because I'm on a fucking rifle range.
You're lucky I answered the phone.
Yeah.
No impact, no idea. Range 44, no impact, no idea. And it's like, can you step away? No, I can't. I'm sitting in a fucking berm. I'm sorry, I can't.
Well,
What are you doing? Oh, are you ignoring me? No, I'm having a train ran on me with 270 something fucking Marines, and we're all here in a fucking berm, and we're all just railing each other with fucking M4s and M16s, and this is what we're doing all day for the next 2 weeks. Congrats. This is my fucking life. This is not gonna work out. Go fuck yourself.
No shit.
Enjoy.
Oh fuck, Coco, you're killing me, hon. You're killing me.
Jesus Christ. I swear to God. That was the last time I tried fucking dating a civilian. It was just like, you're ignoring me.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear? No impact, no idea. Range Mauser. No impact, no idea, no range. And then you're going through all the ranges, and it's like, and then you're reading back. Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So now you're ignoring me? No, I'm having a train ran on me right now. So we're just recording all the times I've had fucking shit ran in my ass right now. So just hold on. For score.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Jesus Christ. Motherfuckers could not fucking handle me as a fucking civilian.
I'm not sure how the civilian world handles you as a veteran, but that's okay. That's why you have us.
It's not any better.
I think
Henry,
honestly, I think
Henry, I'm sorry, dear.
Oh, Henry's fine. He's just playing with his dogs right now. I think we had it better in the military before cell phones. Seriously.
Dude, we totally did, right?
I think we totally had it better before cell phones. We look, I'm heading out to the field. You're not going to be able to talk to me. Sorry. Bye. And there you are. You're off for a week or two or a month or whatever it is. You come back, then you deal with the bullshit.
Well, even as I was an instructor.
Uh-huh.
So I dealt with the active duty. So we'd go out to Quantico. We'd end up going out to fucking 29 stumps. And I remember this one female, and she was a reservist. And her phone would not fucking stop. And I, to my very fucking core and my very fucking being, I remember, like, I looked at her and I'm like, at what point is enough?
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she goes, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you're at your wit's end. She goes, yeah. And I said, God forbid something happens to him. Are you more worried about the food that you put on the table and make sure that you put a perfect spread? Are you more worried about the dress that you're wearing to present to everybody at his wake? And she's like, oh, I already have the dress picked out. And I'm like, girl, it's time to get out.
Yep.
It's time to get out. If you already have the dress picked out, it's time to go. You already know it's time to go. I ran into this bitch after I got back from Iraq. She actually did not go to Iraq with us. I ran into her. She ended up becoming a first sergeant, and she was amazing. And she became a master sergeant, and she got rid of him. But she never forgot.
Well, there you go. You trained him right.
Because I saw her I was like, at what point do you take charge of your fucking self and your career and who you are, or do you let this motherfucker fucking control you? And that's how I felt. I was married to a dual service person who was attached to a fucking Navy SEAL community. He was a groupie. He was a tech with the SEAL community, but I also knew that once I finished field med and I got through it, the SEAL community actually supported me more than they supported him. And that became an issue when the SEAL community wanted to recruit me because it became a choice between me and him. And I'm like, well, you can have one or none, but if you decide to keep both of us, one of us is going to leave in a fucking body bag, and it's not going to be me.
No, there you go. There you go.
And they're like, well, and that's where they put me with civil affairs. So that's where I'm saying it's like sometimes it takes that moment where it's that intrusive leadership that I've said over and over and over again, where you listen to these conversations and you listen to these conversations and you listen to these conversations, and at that point where, as your own personal experience, where you step in and say, hey, you know, I've had these moments where I'm stepping away from my marriage, and I stepped away from my marriage and I got divorced. But this is where I was in my mental capacity where I knew it was done.
Right.
So where are you? And she had her dress picked out. She didn't give a shit about the fucking spread. She was so detached. She just knew.
Mm-hmm.
And good on her. She actually did really well in her career, in her military career, once she got rid of him. So I'll leave it with that.
All righty. Well, Coco, honey, I've got to let you go. I've got to get off to a break, but you know what? It's awesome talking to you. Call back anytime I'm on, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tolerating me. I'm sorry.
You know what? We
Don't be sorry. No.
Sometimes we got to fucking vent. And that's exactly what you've been doing. And I'll let you do that. But, hon, thank you so much for calling. Do appreciate it, okay?
All right. No problem. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It is the Raw. Holy crap. It is the Raw, Henry. And you know what? We're going to take a quick little break. And then when we come back, phone lines are open again, 928-476-0331. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody in the car. Let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Okay.
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way! Come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Okay, this is the target house.
Hey, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills. Now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dog does it, and they call them racist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and welcome to hour number 2 of The Raw. I'm your host of most of this, Misty and Hans. Of course, phone number is available once again, 928-476-0331. Of course, my co-host decided he was going to wander off someplace else. That was nice. Good job, Henry. Good job, buddy. Anyway, coming up here pretty soon, we're going to be talking about a couple of wonderful, fine, wonderful people who decided that they wanted to attack people who were trying to help somebody else. all because they wanted to make a political point. Their political point is nobody should be armed. They were, anti-2A people. They wanted, nobody should have a gun. Nobody should have this. Nobody should have that. And ended up causing a great big poof-rah this evening. Hi, Henry. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. Where were you? Where'd you go? Oh, you had to get the popcorn. Gotcha.
I needed that last hour.
What's that?
I needed the popcorn last hour.
Yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
love
she
having
was.
Coco on. She's
awesome.
She is definitely awesome sauce. But anyhow, one of these fine people by the name of Prue B decided to post that men needed to be raped so they could understand the abuse.
What?
Yes. And of course, at the time she was talking to a friend of mine. I'm not going to name his name because he deserves his privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Was a victim of abuse and spent many years in the military, protecting other people, and still is a protector. Not somebody who goes out and abuses people or stuff like this. But anyway, this lady claims that because she was raped, all other men have to be raped as well. Is essentially what she was saying.
Wow.
It's sad, tremendously sad, when it is tremendously sad when you have to foist your inner turmoil, your pain, your injuries off onto somebody else so you can feel vindicated. You can feel that you are doing something to fight back.
Now,
when you insist on everybody else becoming a victim.
Now, the person that raped her needs to be fucked in the ass.
I not going to argue that. Not going to argue that at all. But
not everybody else.
True.
I've never raped anybody. Why would I have to pay for it?
Well, the thing is, Henry, if you've never been raped, how would you know my trauma? How would you know my trauma?
Exactly.
Aren't you need to feel my trauma in other
No. I've never been raped. And I never raped anybody. So do I deserve that, or am I going to tell you how I feel? No, I don't know how that feels. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I imagine it's really devastating.
It is. It truly is. And this is the fine person here. Now she's locked down her account to where nobody can read her messages because she's getting the shit kicked out of her online. And frankly, I don't fucking care.
Oh, she's a Harris Walls supporter.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense though.
Honestly, that has nothing to do with it. That has absolutely nothing to do with it at all. There's a bunch of that crap. But her contention was that all men are abusers and they should be raped in turn so they know how she feels. And women shouldn't be armed because it's not going to stop the rape anyway.
Oh, hell yes, women should be armed. Women should be armed if they want to be armed. It's their choice. If she don't want to be armed, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. But the thing is, she was trying to use this as a method of trying to foist her political views on people, and people weren't having it. People just were not fucking having it.
Wants to make herself look better at everybody else's expense.
Correct. And guess what? All that made her look like was an asshole. A complete fucking total
And she's
asshole.
probably saying right now, all those people are assholes. It's all them. It's all them. She probably still don't get it.
She's locked down her account so people can't see what she's posted. Hoping this will all blow away. Frankly, I'm done communicating with her. Hell, I even told her my story.
She probably said good.
No, she didn't. But she used it to point out that, well, having a gun wouldn't have stopped that. I said, that has nothing to fucking do with it. I was incapacitated when it happened. I was out getting drunk when it happened. I was drinking more when it happened. Does that lessen the severity of it at all? No. But how dare you sit there and tell me that just because my one instance, a gun would, I wouldn't have been able to have a gun anyway because I was in Germany. But that one instance wouldn't have made a shit and bit of difference. So another friend of mine goes and tells her story. And then decides that, well, she's not, and then she backs out and decides she's not ready to tell her story. So she deletes the tweet. These fuckers badgered her and badgered her and badgered her. Until she decided, until this other victim decided, fuck this shit. I'm backing away for a while. And she locked down her post. But they took screenshots of her of her story, and they started spreading it, using her story to badger her.
Wow.
To harm her, to put more harm. So, Bell, which you definitely aren't Ball of the Bell, or Bell of the Ball, or whatever it is, and Prue B, welcome to your fame. Welcome to your 10 minutes of fucking infamy. I know, hon. I'm not going to post your message. I know. They ended up they ended up badgering to nearly into apoplexy another friend of mine who happened to be married to this other friend. And they kept going and going and going and going and going. Like the sick fucking people they are. Oh, he's going to tongue the dog. Hi, Dylan.
You saw that one coming, huh?
Oh yeah, well, of course I did.
Look at him posing for the camera.
I got popcorn.
Pose for the camera and says, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah,
Peace out.
ooh.
Peace out.
Yeah, it's definitely an awe. But these people didn't deserve that.
No.
These people didn't deserve. They did not feel they did not need to be abused by these wonderful
Pieces
brain
of shit.
surgeons because they've got mental issues. I do not use my problems to promote a political agenda. Fine. If you support Harris, I don't care. If you support Trump, fine. I don't care. In the end, it doesn't matter either way. But when you start harming other people, start badgering and harming other people,
that's where you're
for
crossing
no
the
more
line.
for no more reason than to just promote your stupid political propaganda.
You're crossing the line.
You have crossed a huge line.
Yep.
Last night we talked for several hours about what the propagandists are doing, the mainstream media.
Yep.
They have demonized the person so badly. They have created domestic terrorists who have decided that political violence is the way to go.
Yeah, and I got to do it. Well, my party says this. Well, my party thinks that this is the right thing to do. So I'm going to go out and do this.
I'll be a fucking hero.
Yeah, I'll be a hero. Wow.
One of them got his brain splattered across the rooftop. The other one right now was
laughing about it.
Sitting in jail.
Was laughing about it.
I don't give a fuck what he laughs about anymore.
I hope they interrogate the hell out of him.
They will. They are. I mean, they've charged him with 2 counts right now, and more charges are coming.
Right. They charged him with a possible 15-year sentence and a possible 5-year sentence. 20 years max, plus more to come.
No, there's more to come. There's more charges to come. They just need to figure out which charges will stick.
Right.
Because he actually didn't take a shot at Donald Trump.
Correct.
Still, there are going to be other things. There are going to be other things. More will be revealed.
What did you?
But what?
See his airplane flights that he took?
No.
Yeah, he took an airplane flight to. Oh God, where did he take it to? He took a few of them, and just before he went to the golf course, he was in Washington D.C. And then he came there. He went to Hawaii, and then he went some other foreign country.
Yeah.
This is all in a matter of days, real close to what happened. And just before this happened, he was in Washington D.C. and then got on a flight, took it to Florida, and laid in wait for 12 hours.
Yeah. I've read this, I've heard this, and frankly, it's disgusting.
Yeah, how is he allowed to get on a plane? He's a felon.
Felons can fly.
Well, he's a felon with weapons of mass destruction on his record, and he's not on the no-fly list.
No, he's not on the no-fly list because felons can fly. You're still an American. You still have freedom of movement.
Okay.
You're not actively being sought in connection with crimes. I mean, sir, I'm not backing this guy up, okay? But we cannot arrest person for a thought crime.
No, you can't. But you say, nah, we don't want you on here.
Once again, at that point, he wasn't a criminal. Yeah, he committed crimes in the past, but at that point, he wasn't a criminal. He's going to Florida. So the fuck what? Millions of people go to Florida and come out of Florida every day.
And he didn't have a weapon with him.
No, he didn't.
Right. No, he got that probably on the black market when or wherever.
Well, yeah. And by the way, I do need to make a correction from last. It was not an AK-47. It was an SKS.
Oh, it was. I thought it was an AK-47. That's what they originally.
Well, the thing is, all right. The problem with mainstream media is they don't know a 22 from a bazooka. Okay.
That's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
and
precisely my point.
And a pager too.
Well, that's has no balls. That's Hezbollah.
Balls blown away.
But it was an SKS.
Okay.
I know I reported last night it was a AK-47. Well, that was the information I had.
Right.
I have better information now. I know it was an SKS.
Okay.
It was a tricked out SKS. It's a piece of shit, is what it was.
Yeah, with the file down or tampered with serial number.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But then again, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
All right. I'm a 2A absolutist. Do you know what that means? I believe everybody should have access.
Yes, I know. I know your beliefs. We vary different a little bit.
Well, that's fine. You are not a 2A absolutist. That's fine. I understand that, and that is up to you. And I'll belittle you on the air and off the air and every time I can about it. But that's okay. You understand. You understand where you sit. You understand where I sit.
Yep. You're a bitch, and I'm not.
Right. But if you are, the only time you should not have access to a weapon is if you are serving active time or you are on probation and you're serving a sentence of some sort.
What about a mental deficiency?
Hang on, Henry. We'll get there. We're talking about a felon. He was a felon. They're charging him with felon in possession of a firearm.
Correct.
That's one of those. I believe that he had every right to have that firearm. The moment he set up in a sniper's nest to do harm is when when that became illegal. He had intent to do harm to another human being. And if the opportunity had presented himself, he would have pulled the fucking trigger. It was the intent. That is when he became a threat. That's when he needed to be neutralized.
And he was neutralized without death.
The threat was neutralized.
Yep.
But just having a firearm and filing the serial number off of it, which yes is supposedly illegal, in my mind isn't a crime. But sitting there in wait to pull the trigger of on an unsuspecting victim, that's where the crime is. And now he's going to do a lot of time in federal pound me in the ass prison. But they have been for the last few hours, at least today, ramping up their their anti-gun rhetoric. Wrapping it up. Well, we should take these off the streets. We should take nobody can have. Well, look, how'd he get it? He certainly could not. Okay, as
he didn't go to a gun shop and buy it.
Yeah, exactly. As the laws stand now, he didn't go into a gun store and buy it.
Right.
He certainly didn't go into the gun store and buy it legally. I don't know how he got a hold. That too will be revealed later.
Or not.
Doesn't matter. But legally, he wasn't allowed to possess a firearm. Mm-hmm. Whether I believe that's right or not, legally he was not allowed to possess a firearm.
Right.
So he's a criminal already.
Correct.
He had no regard for the law already. So tell me how another fucking gun law was going to prevent that. Tell me how preventing me from having Tyrone up here is going to prevent somebody in Florida from committing bad acts. Can you? You can't.
No, absolutely not. No, there's no answer for that, but they make up one.
Absolutely.
They'll make up one. They'll say, well, it takes a gun off the street.
My gun isn't on the street.
I know, but that's what they say.
God, my gun isn't my firearm isn't on the street, and if it's on the street, well, I've got a problem.
Yeah,
you better see if I'm all right.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to brass tacks, when it comes down to brass tacks, Henry, people who are willing and are going to commit crimes are going to acquire firearms legally or illegally. They're going to choose their tools of destruction,
correct,
regardless of what's legal or not legal.
Yeah, they're not going to say, well, I can't do this because it's illegal. Yeah, I better not do that. That's illegal.
I've got to.
So I'm going to grab some box cutters and go on an airplane because that's probably illegal.
Yeah, definitely. Steve Inman, one of my favorite people on Twitter, does these stupid criminal overlays and what?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, he did a skit once. Now I'm hopefully I'm able to find it quickly. It's probably not. He posts so much shit on here. It really is hard to. But he did a skit once where he was getting ready to go in someplace and somebody was holding a gun on him and you're going to give me all your money. He said, "Whoa, man, you can't do that here. See that sign over there?" Oh man, my bad, man. I'm sorry. And yeah, you better remember that. It went on in that vein for a couple minutes.
So we need more signs.
It was a fucking joke, Henry.
I know it was a joke.
It was a fucking joke.
So was that a joke?
Yeah, it was a really lame joke.
So was yours.
I understand. No, actually it wasn't. It was funnier than that because I was describing. I kind of wish I could find this. Really do wish I could find that video. I might try during the.
That's just like saying if your dog poops in the yard, pick it up. So I picked up my dog and left.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. No, you idiot! The dog poop. That's all the sign said.
Right. Just pick it up and leave.
Pick it up and leave. But no buds, man. No buds. No
dog
buds.
was heavy too.
Yeah. Well, your dogs are huge, man.
Yeah.
That's a you problem.
Well, I could grab the throw over my shoulder. It'd be easier to pick up the poop. I wish I would have got that one right.
One of the things that I use to shut down a lot of these people, especially after a mass shooting of one sort or another.
Mm-hmm.
I put it to them this way. They usually start off with the question, well, how many children are going to have to die before you give up your assault weapon? My response is, how many children are going to have to die before you decide to pick up a rifle and defend them?
Right. That's right.
How many people are going to have to be harmed before you decide enough is enough and you pick up a rifle and start defending them?
Right.
You get a job at the school and say, I'm your armed guy.
That's right.
When are you going to take response? Oh, I wouldn't do that, man. That's why we have cops. Look, let's point out a wonderful law enforcement failure called Uvalde. Nearly an hour.
Mm-hmm.
They were in place to stop the kid. They hid for an hour. The only people arrested for an hour were parents trying to get in to get their kids out.
Yeah.
When seconds matter, the police are minutes or hours away. When are you going to take the responsibility to be the person in the line of fire to protect these kids? I would. You would.
I would too. Yep. Without hesitation.
But it's a federal felony to be on. It's a felony to be on school grounds with a firearm.
I don't care. If I'm going to protect a kid's life, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to protect anybody's life, I'm going to do it.
Well, we can't have teachers being armed in front of kids.
Yeah, whatever.
Teacher might get mad and start shooting kids. Okay, no, I don't think that's going to happen.
Then the idiot would bring it in anyway, whether he was licensed to carry it or not.
I don't know. The thing is, all of the all the stupidity,
insane in the membrane
that went on during this. You cannot. You can't. You just can't. And it's just fucking awful. It's just fucking awful. And until people realize that the only reason they want you unarmed is to control you.
Yep.
All you're doing is giving them the power.
That's right.
And I'm done with it. I'm fucking done with it. This is why I'm on a new tear. Every time one of these cocksucking MSN person gets on, and get this, it's usually with the MSNBC. They have somebody like Hillary Clinton, or they have some other dumbass. They have some other dumbass on there that proclaims Trump or somebody or something, an existential threat to your existence. I'm going to call them out. I am going to call them the fuck out.
Yep.
Let me see if I can't. Oh, here we go. Here's Hillary on MSLSD.
Mm-hmm. Why is she looking bad?
Can you hear it?
No.
Nope. You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, damn it. All right, let me restart that. Sometimes that happens. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. There we go. I didn't have the audio on. But here's Hillary. Here's Hillary Clinton.
About how dangerous Trump is. The late great journalist Harry Evans, one time said that journalists should really try to achieve objectivity, and by that he said, I mean, they should cover the object. Well, the object in this case is Donald Trump. His demagoguery, his danger to our country and the world, and stick with it. And I don't.
Yeah, his demagoguery, his danger to the free world.
Yeah.
I am.
They would call Trump if he said that something about her. Her being a sore loser.
Yeah.
About it just.
Well, in nearly the same breath. Okay. Where she wants everybody, where she wants to claim that Trump is a danger to democracy, an existential threat, or whatever the fuck she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now she decides that Americans need to be imprisoned for speaking their mind.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence because than boosting Trump back in 2016.
So she wants you in jail.
Someone that should have been in jail a long time ago.
Probably. She wants you in jail. And do you honestly think that this creates healing?
Oh, hell no.
And unity? No, what it does is create division, creates hate, it creates distrust. I think mainstream media needs to be held accountable for these motherfuckers.
Oh, and they won't be.
And yet, what started this was a couple of nut jobs that decided that they wanted to create havoc for sexual assault victims. To make a fucking point. Henry, I'm sick and fucking tired of it. I am sick and fucking tired of it. I would no more go out there and use that firearm to hurt another person than you would.
Right.
I don't plan on it. I don't dream about it. I don't masturbate myself to the idea of doing that. But these fuckers do. These people do. They get their fucking rocks off every time that another incident happens.
Yeah.
Well, what about J6? Fuck, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh God.
What about J6?
Oh God.
You guys. No, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was 3,000 miles away in Needles, California.
Are you sure you weren't there? I thought that was you.
No.
Okay, just checking.
I was sitting there watching it live. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
I kind of chortled a little bit. But it was people. It was a lot of angry people.
And it was by far not even close to the worst thing that's happened to America.
No, according to the current Democrat nominee for president.
Yeah.
January 6th is worse than what happened during the Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, she said that on the day before the anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah.
Things like this tend to skip their fucking minds. Biden, when he had his debate, didn't remember 13 servicemen who died on his watch.
Right.
I didn't have anybody die on my watch.
Right. Because you were watching your fucking watch. You had no idea what was going on.
I don't understand. And you can call me and let me know. 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331 if you want to join in the conversation. We have a problem. And then the stupid fucking fights. Well, we shouldn't have guns. Well, we should have guns. Well, we shouldn't have guns. We should have guns. Well, I'm gonna make sure that you're arrested. How? One of the more idiotic arguments, Henry, is, well, we'll just amend the Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just amend the Constitution. We'll repeal the Second Amendment. Good fucking luck. You're not going to get it. You're not going to find the available votes to even put it on a ballot.
Right. And we got more guns in this country than we do people.
We've got more guns in this country than some of the largest armies in the world.
Right.
I mean, come on. Let's be real about this. And if people owning firearms was the problem,
you would know.
There would be a lot more problems.
Yep.
But it's not.
You would have already known.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. We have nothing to gain from having this goddamn argument every single time there's a bad actor out there to do evil against people. You make no headway with your argument when you start attacking people who have experienced sexual violence or rape. All you do is end up corrupting your message.
But the sad thing is people listen. There is a certain group of people that listen.
Well,
They listen to this. They listen to this nonsense.
Well,
they buy right into it. Oh well, she said it, so it must be true. He said it; it must be true.
Let's talk about the group Moms Demand Action. They're they are an anti-2A group.
Okay.
Every time they post something incredibly anti-2A, they turn off the comments. They turn off the comments. They don't want the interaction.
Yeah, it's our way or the highway.
We're not going to listen to you.
Right.
We're in an echo chamber. Hello,
Yeah.
hello. You're great. You're great. You're great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it seems that they do this more and more. And the only way you can do that then is is share their stupid message and then write out, well, you're just a bunch of fucking retards and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then, you know, it becomes a non-issue.
Right.
They don't want a discussion. They want their way. Well, I'll tell you what. I've heard this more than once, and I will go ahead and parrot it. Take the gun out of gun control. All you have is control.
Yep.
And that's what they're looking for.
Oh,
Henry,
yeah.
I'm beat. You're exhausted.
We're done.
And we're gonna hang it up for tonight. But I'll tell you what, last night was great. Tonight was great. Thank you, Coco. It was awesome having you in here. And tonight, that was
yes.
I like talking to her.
Yes.
Back. But and everybody else for listening, thank you for your comments, your kind comments, and even your mean fucking comments that I didn't get to, and I absolutely positively refuse to get to. But you know, it's okay. You catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. You know
that's right. So fuck you very much.
Yeah, fuck you very much. And with that, we will turn this thing off. Do me a favor, everybody. Tune in to KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays starting at, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. If you need a little bit of a God break,
start at 1.
Need a little bit of religion, go to KTOX1340.com, use the tune in button, and listen to Pastor Jim Jones. He talks, he's a good guy. And then he goes from 1 to 3, and then start course 3 to 6. You got the Miss Rob Hanson radio program on Saturday.
Jim sticks around.
And Jim sticks around. We usually end up having very interesting and sometimes very heated arguments, which is awesome.
Do. And he's running for city council in the city of Needles.
He is at that. And also Sundays 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 to 7 for a variety of different shows. And guess what? I'm there for all 5 hours. So, and so's Henry.
I am.
So you've got a weekend full of programming, and of course those can be seen on Rumble or X and whatnot. So you know, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and for God's sake, go out there and make the world a better place. We'll see you this weekend.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Avast, ye scallywags, is another pirate production.